Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Jeremy here. Here it is on a Friday afternoon. Trying something different this week on the smoker. This is a first for me, and I've always wanted to try it. And after the past year of really getting to know my smoker, getting to know my Traeger, the different meats I've worked with, doing a brisket last week, which I should have done a two-part video. I showed you guys the process on the Traeger, but I should have done the end result. The end result, it was good. It couldn't get to my mouth fast enough. It turned out great. It was what I imagined. This week, I'm gonna make bacon. Doing my own bacon. Again, this is something new for me. So first off. You want to go get yourself a pork belly. So this has all been cured, but this is the pork belly. This is about 3.5 pounds of pork belly. It's already been cured. I cured it all week. Now my cure, I looked at several recipes online. I looked at my Traeger app to see what they had for recipes, and so I'm basing the cook off their recipe, and the cure I ended up getting somewhere else online. So basically, this cure is for a 2 to 3 pound pork belly. So I took that, which consisted of half a cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, and 1.25 teaspoons of black pepper. So what you do is you take your dry ingredients, put it in a bowl, mix it up, get it combined very well. Then what you want to do is you want to put that pork belly in a resealable bag. But before that, take a platter and take about half the mixture, put it on one side, really work that cure into the meat. Massage that meat with that cure. Flip it over, do the same. When that's all done, you put it in the resealable bag, and then you take whatever's left over, that's on the platter and also in the bowl, and put it in there with the meat. And again, seal it up, get most of the air out, and then seal it back up, and then massage it again. The direction is called to rotate this, or flip it every 2 days. I did mine every day. Typically in the morning before I went to work. What you want to do, what that cure is going to do, if you're doing it for the first time, is it's meant to draw the moisture out of the pork belly. So when you get a fresh pork belly, it's just going to be like a piece of meat. It's going to flex, it's going to bend, it feels like a piece of meat. With the cure, it's going to firm it up. So, the moisture that draws out of the pork belly, don't think of it as, you're going to get, a gallon of water, or you're going to get a lot of fluid. You're not going to get a lot of fluid. It's just whatever's in that meat sucks it right out. So I got home this afternoon, and I took the pork belly out. I rinsed it off, got all the cure off it, pat it dry, and then I let it set on the platter for a couple hours now. So she's nice and dry. So also what that's going to do is it's going to form a pinnacle. What the pinnacle is it's actually a slime coat. So once I get that on the Traeger, what that's going to do is that coat that is on that pork belly is going to absorb all the smoke that it possibly can, to give it more flavor. And today I'm smoking with Hickory. I love the taste of Hickory, whether it be meats, pork, chicken, anything. Hickory to me, that's my weakness. I love Hickory. Now, I like smoking with cherry, I like smoking with mesquite, but I'm sticking with Hickory. They give that hickory smoked flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pork belly, You know, as you see pork belly when you get it, it's just like salt pork as well. It's a little pinkish. You can actually see how the cure turned a little bit brown. That's good. That's what you want. And it firmed right up. It's a beautiful pork belly right now. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up taking that pork belly, and I've got a cooling rack over a shallow pan. This is an old pan that I've had. It's a good barbecue pan that I use quite often when I'm smoking. So I'm going to put ice down in that pan, put the pork belly on the rack, put the rack on the pan, and what that ice is going to do is it's going to help from cooking that pork belly. After all we want to do is smoke. So what I'm going to do is get it all squared away, get it on. I'm going to put a probe into the pork belly itself, trying to avoid any fat muscle. Fat will not give you an accurate temp. So I'm going to try and keep it in the meat. You know, it's the probe I have, the thermometer setup I have, I got off of Amazon, and it actually goes to my phone. So it's outside. I can sit in here and keep track of what my pork belly, what any meat I'm smoking is doing. So, which is good. So I'm going for a 2 to 3 hour, but the main thing I want to keep an eye on is the internal temp. I don't want to go above 150. So a lot of times I see a lot of people asking questions, well, how long and to what temp? You got to get off the how long. You want to go to internal temp. Internal temp varies from meat to meat or what you're doing the application. So this here, yes, I know I got a 2 to 3 hour window, but I'm also going to temp. So I need to get my pork belly up to 150. As soon as it hits 150, I pull it off. After that, I put it in the fridge. Now I'm going to keep it in the fridge uncovered for 24 hours. What that's going to do is that's going to allow that smoke to really penetrate the meat, to get that smoke flavor. So tomorrow I'll be able to, you know, cut my 3 pounds that I want to put in the freezer, and then I've got another ½ pound that I'm going to make some BLTs, some fresh BLTs. So I'm excited. This is a different cook for me. I've done a lot of research on it. I understand the process. I understand what the cure is doing to the meat. So this will be a 2-part video. I will do, you know, it coming off later this afternoon so you guys can see, you know, what it actually looks like. But I just want everybody to understand the process of going, you know, from the cure to the smoker, what temp we're trying to achieve. Even though I have a timeline, I'm going based on the internal temperature of the pork belly itself, and that is 150 degrees. I don't want to go above it. I don't want this pork belly fully cooked. The ice tray is going to help keep that pork belly cool, so essentially it doesn't cook. So, you know, again, this is the first video of 2. We'll have the second video out hopefully, you know, this evening. I'm excited. I've been waiting all week to do this, but again, you know, the pork belly, it's nice. As far as the price goes, it's about the same price as if you go to buy a pound of bacon at the supermarket. You know, this one here, I got at a meat shop down the road, $5.99 a pound. It's a 20-pound pork butt. But the good thing is you know where that pork butt came from. You know the work that's going into it to process it, to get it to essentially what we want is bacon. So that's a good thing. So a lot of these things I've been trying, but I'm really excited about this. So I hope you found this first video somewhat informational. Again, I gave you a little bit of a recipe for it and how to do it, what the cure does, what the end result you want before you put it on the smoker, what you want that to be and how it should look. It doesn't smell funny. It actually smells good. It smells like pork. You don't want to, just as added note, you don't want to let it go too long in the curing process because it will become very salty to the point to where you can't eat it. So that's why I did 5 days. I kept it simple, kept it short. I got a perfect day out here in New Hampshire. It's 60 degrees. So a good 2 to 3 hour smoke just to get to 150, which is my target temp. It's a perfect day to do it. So I'm going to get to cooking. I'm going to let the smoke roll. It's already going. I'm going to get the tray ready. We'll get it out on the Traeger. And I'll be back with you guys in a few hours, and I'll show you the end result as we open it up. Everybody have an awesome afternoon. Enjoy the video. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, leave some. Leave some comments. Any ideas, any recipes you want to share, any added. I'm always up for it. I love doing this. This is great. It's been the highlight of a pretty down year, well, an up and down year. And it's, brought family together. Smoking, if you're just getting into it, it's awesome. It's great. It's a good family time, just like it was back when we were growing up as kids, where everybody got together at cookouts and Dad was cooking on the grill. Everybody was gathered around the picnic table and the kids were out having fun. This is what it's all about. So again, I'll be back with you guys this afternoon to do the second video portion of it, to show you the end result, and we'll see how it comes out. So we'll talk to you guys in a little while. Enjoy the day, be safe, be happy, be hungry, smoke on.